Hello chess lovers, Suren here with another insane game for you. This final position is taken from a game played between Luis and the Aloisio, played in 1975 in San Rafael. This looks unreal, right? And now let's go to our initial position and see how the players had reached this crazy position. But first, I would like to ask you to solve this puzzle. This famous position is taken from a game played between Adams and Torre. White to move and win the game. Please pause the video, find the solution, and I will wait for your solution in the comment section. Good luck! Back to our game. Luis started the game with d4 and knight f6 by the Aloisio. c4, e6, knight c3, bishop b4. We have the Nimzo-Indian defense, queen b3. White goes for the Spielmann variation. Here the most popular move is c5, but black responded with knight c6. Knight f3, d5, bishop g5, d takes c4, queen takes c4, queen d5, e3, knight e4, black is intensifying the pin, and queen takes b4. White is removing the bishop, which was pinning the knight, and after knight takes b4 we have knight takes d5. And in here, instead of recapturing the knight, black announced a check from c2 square, which actually allows white to gain advantage. King d1 was played, knight takes a1, and in return white captured the pawn on c7, forking the king and the rook, king d7, and knight takes a8. But in return, this time black captured the pawn on f2, knight takes f2 check, king c1, and knight takes h1. Now comes knight e5 check, king e8, and bishop b5 check. This is an inaccuracy. It was better to play knight c7 check. If king f8, then bishop h4 in order to prevent the fork. If f6, then knight c4. If king e7, then king b1. White will now win this knight. The second knight is also in trouble and white has an advantage. But in our game we have bishop b5 check. King f8. Right now the threat is f6. That's why we have knight c4. f6, bishop h4, and g5. After this move, white is managing to gain advantage. It was better to play king e7. If knight c7, then a6, and if bishop a4, then b5. And after knight takes b5, a takes b5, bishop takes b5. Black can play e5 in order to open up the bishop's diagonal. If d takes e5, then bishop f5, and black has an advantage. But in our game, after bishop h4, we have g5. Now comes bishop e1, and now this bishop will join the attack from b4 square, king e7. Now comes bishop b4 check, king d8, and knight d6. White is threatening knight f7 checkmate. Now if a move like rook f8, then white can capture the bishop and then the rook. And if rook g8, as I already mentioned, white can announce a checkmate. That's why black found the best defensive move, but even this won't help black. Knight f7 check is on the board, king e8, and knight takes h8, after which black resigned. And yes, guys, we reached the final position, which I shared with you in the beginning of the video. Look at this 4 knights in the corner of the board. This is crazy, guys. But let's have a look. What if bishop takes b5? Then this time white can fork the king and the bishop, and then after knight takes b5, yes, white is winning. White will also win this knight and the game is over. That's why after knight takes h8 we have a resignation. Thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this crazy game. For more games, consider subscribing to my channel. Also press the bell button to get notified about new uploads. I will see you in my next video. Good luck.